Hello Drive Radio fans, Richard Rush here today with my dad, John Rush, behind the camera, and we are going to take a long look at, this is the long review, of the 2015 Toyota Tundra, and this is the TRD Pro version. And actually last year, we were fortunate enough to drive the 2014 Toyota 4Runner TRD. At that point in time, these were all in kind of a conceptual mode. They got our the journalists, several of them in the area, they kind of got our opinion on them. Not sure how much weight that actually pulled, but this is actually a full production car. Is a model that you can get. This current model is based on the mid-range Toyota Tundra SR5. So it's got some cloth seats on the inside. It's not quite as luxury as you might get in the 1794 version or the limited or the platinum versions of this car. But overall, really an absolute fun car to drive, absolute blast. So let's take a quick look around and then we'll go for a quick drive. Some of the things you'll notice, which I'll point out, that are exclusive to the TRD, this big fat Toyota logo right in the front is different than what you'd find in a normal Toyota, the normal Tundra, I should say, Toyota Tundra. You'd have the typical Toyota logo the logo versus the actual words there. The nice blacked out grille, you have some blacked out headlamps here. Love the meanness of this car. And what I mean by that is it has a very nice, aggressive, mean look. I got several compliments that this car really is awesome. You will notice a 1/4 inch aluminum skid plate down on the bottom here that gives you a little bit added advantage for the off-road capability that this truck brings. You'll come on the side here, you will notice the oversized tires, the different TRD wheels on there, and you will notice as well the blacked out badging. You will see we do have the windows rolled down. It's nice and hot here in Colorado today, so we wanted to keep the inside a little bit cooler for us. As we kind of go along, it does have the black bezel headlights, which, Dad, I'm not sure if you can get right here. That's kind of what that outline is. Has the Toyota grill badging, the black badging, and then as we get around to the back here, we'll show you the TRD Pro bed stamp that this does have. This is the Crew Max model. They make this in the Crew Max or a double cab. Price point for the double cab is about $43,000, not really fully equipped, just kind of standard. And this Crew Max right here is $46,000 and some change. So we get to the back here, I mentioned the TRD Pro kind of stamp right here, and it's also stamped. Well, the Tundra is stamped into the back of the bed, but again, the TRD, here's that TRD Pro bed stamp. It's in nothing but the body color, which, by the way, they have 3 colors in this TRD. They have a black, white, and then what Toyota calls an Inferno. And let me tell you, does it look really, really good. Really impressed with this truck, how it looks, how it operates, and just everything about it, to be honest with you. So, with that being said, let's take a quick drive. We'll come on back, we'll do a quick walkthrough, and then we'll finish up with my opinion of the 2015 Toyota Tundra TRD Pro. Alright fans, we're here for the driving portion of the 2015 Toyota Tundra TRD Pro. Going to go through some of the interior features real quick, but the real meat of this car is actually driving off-road, which unfortunately we can't show you today, so we'll just make this a real quick section. We did mention the N-Tune system from Toyota. This does actually have the navigation option along with it. We're going to show you the backup camera as well. If you did have a hitch on it, you could see that right here, so it does give you some great visibility there. Does not turn with the wheel, which is not a huge thing, but just something to be wary of. You do sit higher in this truck, as we'll kind of go over a little bit more of that when we go on the exterior of the rear of the truck, and we'll show you kind of the different shocks and suspensions on this truck. But overall, really impressed with this truck. And actually, let's take a quick drive. So one of the first things we got from people kind of telling them that this was Toyota's off-road truck, or more off-road capable truck, I should say, is that, oh man, this truck is going to ride really, really rough, and it looks like a mean, rough riding truck. But as you can see, we go through some of these deep dips, and really it's not very rough riding. You would think that with the tires and the wheels and the suspension and the shocks that are on this truck and all the different modifications that they've put, that this truck would actually ride really, really rough. And actually, not unfortunately, but fortunately, it doesn't. Toyota's done an excellent job that this truck could be a daily driver for you, and you wouldn't even notice the different features on it. Now, at the same time, when you take this truck off-road, and we got to do that a little bit this week, we don't get to do that now. When you do take this truck off-road, you feel a difference. It handles well, rides over those bumps well, takes the dips in the roads, whether it's potholes in a paved road or divots in a dirt road, rocks, whatever it might be. This truck just is to be honest, phenomenal. I can't find another word to say other than that. It just takes your breath away how good this truck works and how it operates. One downside I would have to say, fuel economy. We've been able to average about 15 to 16 miles per gallon, depending on if we're city or highway, which again, for the 5.7 V8, producing about 380 horsepower, not a huge thing that you're going to be concerned about, but if you're going to use it as an everyday driver, something that you're going to have to factor in the expense side of things. But overall, Toyota, 2 thumbs up from us on this. Really, really works well. And actually, let's do a takeoff here and see if you can hear that exhaust sound that Toyota's done. Again, Toyota, 2 thumbs up on this. Let's take a quick let's head back and go through the interior of the 2015 Toyota Tundra TRD Pro. Fans, one thing we wanted to do before we went through the rest of the review was show you the amazing sound that this nice TRD dual exhaust puts out from just the overall, just from this nice 5.7 liter V8 engine. So I'm gonna hop in real quick, gonna have my dad John stand back here and you'll listen to the great sound it has. So we'll do it from startup and we'll do some revving as well. So as you can see, really great sounding to this truck. One thing I would point out, it's not too loud to where you get a lot of people that are looking at you dirty or anything like that, but it's just loud enough to get people's attention and for you to be driving knowing that you're driving a different truck. It really is a great, nice rumble sound to it. So with that, we'll kind of continue on the rest of the review. Something that this does have is an easy lift tailgate. So you just let it drop and it's going to drop all the way down, which is really, really nice. On the Crew Max, you're going to have about a 5.5 foot bed according to the Windows sticker. On the double cab, you're going to have about a 6.5 bed there. As you can see, this does have a little bit of a liner in it. You can get a spray-in bed liner on this as always. This does have the Toyota cargo management system as well, which is really, really handy. One thing you can add on this is kind of some side steps that come off the tailgate. Something that Chevy has actually incorporated in their trucks, which I'm a fan of. But for this truck, being off-road, a huge fan. Something else which we're going to show you right now. This truck, which is a little bit different from its competitors, or main competitor, which is the Ford Raptor, offers 10,000 pounds of towing capacity, which really is very, very nice. You're not going to sacrifice your off-road capability for your towing capacity in order to kind of, maybe you're towing a camper up and you also want to go off-road, you're not going to lose any of that. One thing I did want to point out, fans, before we get into the interior of the Tundra TRD Pro, is that this has some Bilstein shocks as well as an added suspension system, which gives it a 2-inch higher height than you would typically find on a Toyota Tundra. So it gives you that extra clearance for the off-road capabilities. Getting into this truck, you really can't tell a difference. It is a little bit higher than a typical Tundra would be, so definitely an added bonus. They've done some different things with the dampening and the suspension, so read all about that online. Toyota has an excellent website in order for you to check that out. But let's hop into the second row seating here, the back seat. Again, this is the Crew Max version. So nice little grab handle here, hop up into it, and as you can see, plenty of room. Toyota has done an excellent job on these Crew Max versions to give you plenty of room to sit back here. Again, this seat's all the way back, as you can see. I've got at least a foot of room, no issues there. This seat is up. One maybe downside you'll have to be wary of is you'll see the difference in height in the floors, so it's not a completely flat floor, but that's also not a huge issue. Right here you do have the vents to give you the option to control, or not to control, but at least to get some air back here, and you as well have the power port that we were talking, or that is becoming more and more standard nowadays. Right here you have the nice TRD stitched, or this is kind of specific to the TRD model, which is this nice stitched soft touch surface there that Toyota has provided. Really overall fantastic job on the interior. As we hop down, very easy to do, very wide. In terms of raising these seats up, all you do is pull this lever, raises up, it locks in like that. In order to get it down, pull the lever down, it's going to lock in. The nice two-tone backing here as well. And I would like to mention, as you can see, we do have the back mirror, or not back mirror, back window down, which is again exclusive to Tundra. One of my favorite features on Toyota, being able to actually raise and lower this entire back mirror that gives a nice breeze. especially with this truck that does not have a sunroof. So very nice back window capability to do that with. So with that, we'll hop onto the front side and I'll meet you on the other side. All right, fans, we're here on the front seat portion. Going to go over some of the features of the 2015 Toyota Tundra TRD Pro. One of the main features you're going to notice, the TRD Pro stitched into the back, or the seat back, I should say. So really makes this truck stand out, makes these seats stand out. They are cloth seats. You do have the TRD Pro badging right here on the kind of the center glove box. You also have a TRD specific shift knob right here. It's a little bit hard to see. Overall, great storage in here. You have a place for your files or for some other papers that you might fit here. You do have 3 cup holder capabilities, as well as if you need to store something else up here. Nice place for maybe sunglasses or a phone. Downside to this is it does get a little bit hot, so you'd have to be wary of that with electronic devices. Very nice open center glove box, or center console, I should say. Some very nice storage right here, pens, cards, tissue. They've done an excellent job in terms of opening this up and making it a very functional truck. Again, we noticed the stitching that we did point out here. Nice big glove box. As you can see, the owner's manual there. You have also some other storage on the side there that if you can show on the door, you have more cup holders down there, more storage. And we mentioned the soft touch as we were looking at the rear seat. In terms of the steering wheel and gauge cluster, pretty simple. Nothing that they've changed very much. It's actually pretty simple. I like it. It's nice to look at. You do have Bluetooth capability in this truck. You do have the Intune system, the navigation, which is an added option. But overall, again, it's the Toyota Intune system, which we are very much fans of. Works really well. As I mentioned before, this is modeled off of the SR5, so you don't have that dual climate capability, which is that a huge point to me? Probably not. It's just something that you're going to have to understand before you do buy this truck. And you do have the ability, again, to switch it into your 4 high, 4 low with the nice knob there, your auxiliary and power ports down there. So with that, there's actually not much else to talk about on the inside of the car, so I'm going to hop out and give you my opinion of the 2015 Toyota Tundra TRD Pro. All right, fans, we're here for my opinion of the 2015 Toyota Tundra TRD Pro. Some pros for me. The capabilities of this truck. We weren't able to get it off-road as much as we would have liked, and partly because these aren't our vehicles. These are loaned to us very generously by Toyota, and I'm much rather take care of this vehicle and be able to do more of these reviews than anything else. But from what we've read, what we know, this truck will be able to handle everything off-road. Toyota actually put this in the famous Baja race pretty much stock. They made a few minor modifications, and outside of a few dings and scratches and everything else, it actually won the entire race pretty much stock, a truck you can buy. In terms of price, this truck, as we mentioned, about $46,000 for this crew cab, which when you compare that to a Ford Raptor, you're actually spending quite a bit less money, almost $4,000 to $5,000 less in terms of a comparable truck. So for the money, this car is hard to beat. Some downsides: fuel economy. You're only really going to be able to get about 15-16 miles per gallon in this truck. And color choice, if that's a big thing to you and you really want to customize your truck, not going to be it for you with 3 different colors, but Toyota has done an excellent job on those colors in my opinion. But overall, Toyota, excellent job on this truck. Fully would trust this truck off-road, towing, doing a little bit of rock crawling, dirt trails, whatever it might be, desert driving. Really, this truck handles tremendously well, is an amazing feat of machinery, to be honest, and really looks good. So Toyota, 2 thumbs up from us. If you want to learn more about this truck, head to Toyota's website or head to your local Toyota dealer and tell them that John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you. Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to our latest video. We really appreciate you listening and watching, and we really do appreciate all the comments that you do have. If you'd like to learn more information, not only about this review, but our other car reviews that we've done, head to our website, www.drive-radio.com. Also head to our Facebook page, facebook.com/driveradio. And last but not least, where you can watch all of these other reviews, head to youtube.com/driveradio, all one word, or in the YouTube search bar, Drive Radio. We have a lot of other content on there, and we look forward to you heading there, again, checking us out, leaving your comments, and if you're interested in any of these cars, head to your local dealer and tell them that John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you. Thanks, and have a great day, night, and just enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much.